Hey guys, so this is a really nice sort of chilled out upper body release, so perfect for those who are sort of sat at a desk quite a lot during the day, or those who are sort of working from home at the moment. So when you're ready, just come down to the ground, find a nice comfortable position, seated position, lengthening up through the body. Once you're nice and settled, we're just going to quickly close the eyes. So just allowing us to sort of draw some awareness into the body, check in with how we're feeling today. Notice whether we've got any aches, any pains. Notice what our energy levels are like, what our mood is like. And if there's sort of negative emotions, see maybe through this session whether we can sort of change that. And then just draw some awareness to your breath. Start to notice your breath, start to notice the path that it takes. Notice the sensations it creates in your body. And then with every exhale, just really allow your body to soften a little bit more. Allow your body to start to relax. And then keeping the eyes closed, we're just going to drop the chin to the chest. So you're just going to start to feel a lovely long stretch up the back of the neck, into the top of your back. If you're particularly tight, this should feel really nice. And then send the chin, the gaze up towards the ceiling. Feel a nice stretch up the front of the neck. Exhale as you drop the chin to the chest. Inhale, send it up. Exhale to drop. And then this time you're going to lightly apply some pressure to the back of the head. So you're going to take your hands to the back of your head and really gently just allow some weight to sort of fall on the top of your head, just increasing that stretch a little bit more. You can start to open the eyes here maybe. And then release the hands. Take the hands to the side of you. We're going to inhale as we sweep the left arm up. And we're going to exhale as we lean over to the right hand side. If you've got quite a lot of movement here, you can possibly take the elbow down to the floor. Just increase that stretch a little bit more. And then inhale back to center, switch sides, lengthen up, exhale as we tilt. And again, option to drop down to the elbow. Just making sure that we're really staying grounded through this, the right side of the body. Good. inhale back to center. Exhale to release the arms. We're going to inhale as we sweep the arms up towards the ceiling. Really lift up through the body. And then exhale as we drop our right hand to our left knee. Take the left arm behind us, come into a nice gentle twist. Return back to center. Inhale, sweep up again. Lengthen. Exhale as we twist. Opposite side this time. Good, release back to center. We're going to take it over to our tabletop. So readjust yourself on your mat. From here we're going to take the big toes together. We're going to send the knees to the outer edges of our mats. Taking our hands underneath our shoulders, we're going to come into a nice wide-legged cat and cow. So we're going to inhale as we drop the stomach to the floor, send the gaze forward. And then exhale as we tuck the pelvis underneath, round up and over. Inhale, drop the stomach to the floor. Draw that navel to the spine as we round up and over. And then just keep moving nice and gently, synchronizing with the breath. So just taking the movement as quick or as slow as you want to. And then one more cycle of breath. Inhale, return back to center. Take the arms further out in front of us, our hands. And then as we exhale, we're going to send our sit bones back to our heels. Coming into a nice sort of wide-legged child's position here, extended child's. Allowing the forehead to rest to the floor. And then just lovely deep breaths. Allow the whole body to soften. Clawing through the fingers. Inhale as we come back up to tabletop. Take the hands back underneath the shoulders, keeping the knees out nice and wide. We're going to start to thread the needles. So we're going to take our right arm, right hand. Inhale as we feed it in between the left arm, left leg. Allow the shoulder to rest on the floor. And then exhale, feed it back out. Rotate up towards the sky, the ceiling. Inhale as we feed it through. Exhale as we rotate and twist. We're going to go 2 more times, so just work at whatever pace is comfortable for you. Making sure that we synchronize the breath. Rotating the whole body, not just the head. This time as we inhale, we're going to feed it through. Allow the shoulder to come to the ground. And then we're just going to relax here for a couple of breaths. So you should feel a lovely stretch across the shoulder. Depending on how tight you are, maybe down the side of your body. Just nice deep breaths. And then slowly coming back out of that. So really pushing through the left hand. Take it back to the center. And we're going to switch sides. So taking the left arm, feeding it through as we inhale. And then exhale, feed it back out, rotate up towards the ceiling. Every exhale, see if you can twist just a little bit more. Good, and last one, inhale. Exhale, rotate. Same thing this side, inhale, feed it through. Relax the shoulder down to the ground. Relax the head to the floor. And just feel that lovely stretch across the shoulder. Two more wonderful deep breaths here. Good. Pushing through the right hand on the floor. Come out nice and slowly. Untuck the toes, take the knees back underneath the chest. We're going to take the hands further forward, shift the weight forward, and we're going to lower nice and slowly and controlled down to the ground. From here we're going to take our forearms down to the floor. We're going to sort of have our elbows in line with our chest, planting the palms into the ground. On an inhale, we're just going to lift the head and the chest off the floor. Stomach, sort of hip bones are both in contact with the ground. We're just going to come into a nice sphinx. So you should feel a lovely stretch across the chest. You should feel it engaging in your sort of lower back. And then we're just going to exhale, release nice and softly. Forehead touches the floor. And then again, inhale as we lift. So really push through the hands, the forearms. We're relaxing the shoulders down from the ears. Sending the gaze to the top of your mat. And then exhale to release. Last one, inhale as we lift. So really important here to really stay upright through the chest. Push the tops of the feet into the floor. Last breath here. And then exhale to soften. Good, releasing the arms. We're going to take them behind our back. And we're going to interlace the fingers, binding the hands together. We're just going to push our fists towards the back of our mat, so towards the bottom of our mat. From here, your chest and your sort of shoulders are going to lift off the floor. We're just going to squeeze here for 2 breaths. Should feel super good across the front of the chest into the shoulders. And then exhale to soften. And again, don't worry if your palms aren't touching. You can sort of get this square shape here. Again, inhale as we lift. Push the tops. Push the hands towards the bottom of the mat. 2 breaths. Exhale to soften. And last one, inhale as we lift. Really draw the hands down. Send the gaze to the floor. And then exhale to release. Good. Taking the hands to the side of you, push back up to tabletop. Walk the knees back underneath the hips. From here, we're just going to take the hands out further forward in front of us. We're going to send our sit bones up to the sky. From here, we're going to allow our chest, our head to drop down towards the floor. So just coming into our puppy dog posture here. Should feel a lovely stretch sort of up the armpit, down the side of the body. Just spend a few nice deep breaths here. Good, and then clawing through the fingers, the hands, lift yourself back up, and we're just going to take it a little bigger. We're going to tuck the toes, and we're going to send the hips up to the sky, coming into our downward dog. So take your time, come into it nice and gently. And then really focus on lengthening the spine. So we're not focusing on what the heels are doing or how close the heels are to the floor. We're really just going to focus on the length of that back. Deep breath in through the nose, release everything out through the mouth. Good, and then from here we're going to bend the knees, inhale, look forward to the top of your mat. And then we're going to take nice, tiny little steps up to our hands. And again, you can bend the knees here if you need to. And then all we're going to do from here is we're going to bend the knees even further, feet hip width apart, tucking the chin to the chest. We're going to roll up nice and slow. So really take your time with this one. Upper body is super heavy. Head is the last thing to stack up to the top. And then when you're here, take 3 shoulder rolls back. We're going to inhale, take the arms up. Exhale as we take right arm to the front, left arm to the back, coming into a nice twist. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, switch sides. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release the hands behind the back. Again, we're going to interlace those fingers, pushing the hands down towards the floor, opening up that chest. So you should feel it all along here. Just a few deep breaths. You can maybe tilt your head to one side and the other. Possibly drop the chin to the chest. And then exhale to release. Give that a nice shake off. We're just going to reverse the pass. We're going to tuck the chin to the chest. And then as we roll down, we're going to bend the knees as we go. So take your time. And then once we reach the floor, we're just going to hang out in our forward fold just for a few breaths. So we're going to bend the knees as much as we need to allow the stomach to rest on the tops of the legs, the quads, the thighs. Weight of the head is heavy. again, if you need any blocks, you can take them underneath the hands here. Just take whatever feels good here. If you want a couple of sways, maybe if you want to take a hold of the opposite elbow. And then when you're ready, plant the hands into the floor. We're going to bend the knees even further, coming into this sort of little ball. And then taking the hands behind us, allow yourself to guide you down to the floor. Bending the knees, we're going to clasp over the knees. We're going to drop the chin to the chest. Again, feeling that nice stretch down the back. Just a nice few deep breaths here. And then bringing it back up, we're going to take the hands behind us. We're going to take the fingertips to point towards the back of the mat. And then all we're going to do from here is we're going to think about lifting the chest up, drawing the shoulder blades back to the middle. So draw the shoulder blades in together. You should feel a nice stretch across the chest. And again, just a few breaths here. Really think about sending your chest up towards the ceiling. Last breath. Exhale to release. Good. And then we're just going to roll down nice and slowly towards the floor. So take your time, sort of moving through each vertebrae. Once we come down to the ground, draw both knees into your chest. Give them a nice hug. Good, and then release the feet to the floor. Draw the soles of the feet together, allow the knees to fall out to the sides. And then we're just going to take our hands up above our head. So coming into our sort of reclined butterfly here just to finish. Really allow the back to sort of start to soften into the floor. Weight of the arms, the shoulders are heavy. And then when you're ready, just scoot both knees up with your hands. Allow the feet to come out in front of you, so really elongate your body. Draw your hands down by your sides if you haven't already. And then just lightly closing your eyes. We're just going to take 3 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, just to draw the practice to a close. And then last one. Exhale, allow everything to release. Stay here for a couple of minutes if you've got the time. Absorb your practice, notice the changes. Awesome work, guys. Keep moving, and I'll see you all next week.